All right. Who knows where we are today? We got something special for you guys. Can you guys recognize this building yet? I don't think you guys are too familiar with it, but Fishgistics has a new shop tour for you. Let's go see where we're at. See what's going on. And oh, who do we have here? Look at this.
How you doing, Fish?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Look at that. Gives it away right there, I think. Where are we at?
We're at the new Mesa Motorsports facility here in Lake Elsinore, California.
Awesome. All right, so the new Mesa Motorsports facility, you can see some of these pictures they have in here. They've built a few trucks that you guys probably know. You got Andy McMillan's truck over here. Whose truck is that one over there?
That one is the ITE truck.
Okay, awesome. How many of these things have you guys built so far?
We're right at about 20 four-wheel drive chassis at this point.
20 all-wheel drive, four-while drive trucks. Rad. Well, this place is a little bit bigger than the last time we visited you guys.
Yeah, when we moved into this place, sure we added some new stuff, but I couldn't believe that we had all of what we had fit into our last shop.
Yeah.
It was amazing once we got it in here. I'm like, how did it all come out of the last place?
Well, it's nice. You guys designed this place from scratch, right?
Yes.
So you were able to build this exactly how you wanted it?
Correct.
Awesome.
So yeah, from the ground up, it was about 18 months to build the building, but about 2.5 years to get the whole thing through the city and planning and everything before they could actually start working on it. So it was a long process.
All those lovely permits and everything you have to get, huh?
Yep.
All right. Well, why don't you take us around? Show us around a little bit. Make that 18 months worth it.
Let's start over here.
Okay.
This is where any customer that's calling to order parts or any bill that gets sending to those customers, this is Baja Mike.
Okay.
So
he's the one that collects all the money for you.
Yes.
A very important spot here.
And takes all the parts orders and organizes all the parts to be stocked on the shelves. It got to the point where Rob and I were buried with that stuff and weren't doing a good job of keeping up on it for everybody. So we brought Baja in, who's been in the industry as long as anybody about.
He knows a couple things about parts, right?
He knows a little bit about parts.
Yeah,
and so, no, it's been working out really well with him.
Awesome. Cool.
If you come down this way, we got a couple of offices. CNC programmers. This is where they're programming all the parts that we make on the CNC machines, getting everything dialed in so that we can keep all those race car parts that everybody needs for the race cars on the shelf.
Awesome. Very important job also.
This is James. He's been in the off-road world for a long time too, as you can tell.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Although Darren Skilton Kia back in the day, right?
Yeah, there's some old Jimmy Johnson stuff from the Grand National Sport Truck days and old Walker photo back even behind there that I haven't hung up yet.
Yeah, new building. You got to get it all up on the wall.
What was the first off-road place you worked at? Was it Walker's?
Walker Evans, yes.
Walker Evans.
Over 31, 32 years ago I started. Yeah.
They didn't have this stuff 30 years ago, huh?
No, we were not doing products like this, that's for sure.
Yeah, a little different nowadays.
Yeah.
Right on.
James is valuable because he not only understands the off-road cars and the CNC part of it, but he understands the fabrication part of it and the way everything goes together. So it's a really good integral piece to somebody that understands the whole thing.
Yeah, that definitely helps if you get the whole big picture.
Yeah, so I take his crazy ideas and figure out the process and how to actually make them into a real world part, you know?
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're doing a good job so far.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got around here.
So then over here we have the guys used to try and fit in a tiny 10 by 10 room for lunch.
Yep.
And now, we got Rob.
Oh, this guy.
I guess he's always on lunch.
What's he doing here? Yeah, he's always on lunch. Got a proper lunchroom?
Yeah, I got a proper lunchroom.
All right. More pictures. That's the Team C truck?
Yeah, that was Larry Connor and myself at the Imperial Valley 250.
Oh, the Imperial Valley. That only happened a couple times, or was it even once, maybe even? I don't remember.
I think it might have been twice.
Maybe at the most,
At
right?
the most.
Yeah.
At the most.
Yeah. All right.
So if we come upstairs.
All right, let's go up the stairs. I like the large windows everywhere. I noticed that earlier. It's very bright in here. You can see outside
open.
a lot. Yeah, very open. Yeah. Cool. All right.
The offices are kind of bare and the entryway is kind of bare, but the funny part is that's where nobody ever comes. Anybody that ever comes here starts in the back.
Yeah, they're coming here for truck stuff, not for office stuff, probably.
This is our conference room.
Okay.
This is where we have weekly shop meetings with the different departments. It's where we meet with specific vendors, customers, that sort of thing.
Awesome.
Mostly gets used for meetings in the different departments of the shop.
Yeah. Once again, large windows.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to look out over everything.
Yeah. You got some go-karts up there. Whose are those?
Those are actually my uncle's. We moved him back from Dallas, and they've been on top of the pallet racks for quite a while now.
Collecting some dust up there. Yeah. Right on. All right, we'll keep moving.
So this is next office is probably the messiest office in the shop because it's mine.
Yeah. All good. You get to be messy.
My desk usually, with doing all the design stuff, by the end of the week is usually covered in different parts that we're taking measurements off of or checking or doing things with. So
awesome. You get to keep an eye on the shop too.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's working, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we come over to Rob's office. He really keeps an eye on the shop because
I like the mat.
Yeah.
It's a cool mat there. Oh yeah, he's got the full
he's got the full
180 view of the shop.
But I have outside light.
Oh. Did you guys have to fight over who's getting what office?
We decided since he does more of the shop management stuff and I do more of the design stuff, he should probably have more windows looking into the shop.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's see what.
And
Rob's
also
view is.
the TV with all the cameras.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he gets to see the whole shop up here. Don't worry, you guys are going to see the shop too. We're going to go down there in a minute. So pretty cool. Yeah, look at that system. Really get to keep an eye on everything. Awesome. All right. Well, we will keep moving. Let's see what else we got.
Stairway down here.
All right, here we go into the shop.
So this first area here
Yep.
is our drivetrain service and assembly area.
Okay.
So any of the parts that we're building for the new trucks, whether it's transmissions, front diffs, portal uprights, rear axle assemblies, get put together here. And then anything that comes back between races from the customer vehicles get torn down, serviced, and reassembled here.
It's all in-house.
Yeah, we do lots in-house. So when somebody brings their existing parts, they'll come here, go on a pallet, they'll go into these spots. As they're ready to be torn down, they'll bring them down, and these are our 2 tear down benches.
Yep.
So the tear down guys are gonna tear everything down. We got a nice little drain trough, so all the oil just kind of goes down and
yeah, perfect.
inside the bucket. They're gonna tear them down. They're gonna get kind of an initial look at them, make notes, anything that they found, anything that looked funny, any kind of problems they saw, any leaks that they saw. So they're gonna note that down all in the paperwork. And then they're gonna get them and do an initial kind of wipe down. They go onto carts, get organized, and then they come over here where they'll crack check all the shafts, gears, yokes, all the steel pieces. They mag crack check it.
Yep.
Again, note anything that they found. And then when they're done, they push their carts over here. Then the build guys, when they're ready to reassemble that car, the build guys are going to take the cart. They're going to do their final wash, their final inspection. They're going to look at all the notes that the tear down guy left for them and decide. They're going to look at the mileage in our log on how many miles each of the parts has in it. Is there anything that got timed out? Are there things that had rear wear that need to get replaced? Is there anything they got to come talk to me about that looks funny or strange? And so then they're going to reassemble those parts here on these benches.
Oh, cool.
So here he's got a portal upright that's going back together.
Yep.
Here Dave's doing a front diff. It's going back together. And so that we know where everything is in the shop and when a customer calls and how much longer is it going to be for my part, what stage is it at, when can I expect it. We got so many of them now that now we have all the different teams and
you got to keep track of them all.
Parts and where they are. Are they in mag? No, they were magged yet, or they're torn down, ready for pickup, that sort of thing. So then when they finish them, they go back into their travel cases because they're kind of expensive, like a watch. You don't want to just carry it around in the back of the truck. So we've got travel cases for all the different things. So then they come back here, and they're now ready to be picked up. Awesome. So there we have Justin Lofton's transmission, Serapa's front diff, concrete uprights.
And those are ready to go then.
And then we also, that's these boxes. So this is concrete. These are boxes of things that have either been timed out, damaged, or whatever, that go back to the customer when they pick up the new stuff.
Perfect. Well, that's a good assembly line
Yeah.
procedure you guys got there. It keeps it nice, and you got to keep track of everything, especially with how many customers and parts you guys are doing now for all kinds of different people, huh?
Yes, the more moving parts, the more organized you have to be.
Yeah.
And we've had to grow quite a bit just in that area.
Definitely. Not just building trucks, you're doing all the components for the trucks now.
It used to be that the building the trucks was absolutely the biggest part of the business, but even if we build the same number of trucks per year right now, the rest of the business has to continually grow because we're adding 5, 6, 7 more trucks a year that are going into that pool of parts that we now have to service.
Yeah.
Things that we now have to service, replacement parts of the machine.
You're constantly getting new customers too if you're selling new trucks. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is our machine shop.
Okay.
Any material, whatever, will come in this door. Raw materials go up on these racks. Different spots here. They got the travelers. Every one of our jobs has a traveler that's got all the individual steps, the machine processes. In that folder will be the machine drawings, the program numbers, everything that the machinist needs to know to be able to get that part up and going. We run several different kinds of machines.
You have a few more machines than the last time, and you have some larger machines. I don't know if you guys can really see, but look at the guys standing next to this machine, how large this thing is just compared to the people standing next to it. That thing is massive.
That machine weighs 58,000 pounds.
58,000 pounds?
Yes.
How did you get it in here?
The company called Walker's Brothers has a forklift that to pick it up, the butt extends like 20 feet out behind it with all the cantilever weight so that it doesn't flip over frontwards.
Yeah, that thing is impressive. It's large.
This is our newest machine.
Okay.
This is our newest 5-axis CNC. We replaced our Haas UMC 1000 with this Matsura MX850.
Yeah.
Not only is it super fast and insanely accurate, but it's got what they call a pallet change system on it. So James can spend 8-9 hours a day setting this machine up, proving things out, and then loading the individual pallets so that it can run all night. When we're doing portal uprights, this machine will actually get 22 hours of actual cut time per day.
Wow, so it's pretty much running 24/7 if you wanted it to, basically.
Yes.
If I can program it fast enough.
If he can program it fast enough.
Yeah. That's the problem. Get new components programmed, but once they're set up, they are...
yeah, and with our Gen 2, there's lots of
yeah.
new components right now, so we got James pretty well buried.
Well, there you go. You're going to be in good job security.
Yeah. But that's always been that for 30 years now. So
Yeah,
it's
right?
Great industry for that one.
So this is one of our 4-axis Haas machines. We'll use this one to do several different things. Right now it's roughing in gear teeth before they get heat treated. So it'll rough in gear teeth. They'll then go to heat treat. They then get bearing journals ground, then all the gear teeth ground, then shop peened, then rim polished, then in the box ready for installation.
Cool.
This is our Puma SMX 3100 LS. So this is a 2-spindle lathe and a 5-axis mill all in the same machine. Works really, really bitchin' for doing our trailing arms. You can basically put the piece of stock in there and in 3 operations without ever taking the stock completely out of the machine, have a done finished trailing arm. When we were doing them on the mills before, they would be, there's roughly 13 different times you had to take them out, move them, reload,
manually doing
them.
it?
Yeah. So this not only is it a time saver, but it's just all the blends and it's just that much more accurate. Every time you have to touch it and re-zero things and send it home is a potential for misalignment, mismatch.
Yeah.
So,
that totally makes sense. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
So it's doing a trailing arm right now?
Yep.
How long does it take to do a trailing arm, start to finish?
One of these trailing arms, I want to say, is about 10.5 hours in the machine.
Okay. So you could do 2 a day, basically?
If you had right now
Yeah.
we're doing 1 a day because this machine's a lot harder to automate. It doesn't have a quick, easy pallet changer, that sort of thing, and it's hard to find something to change those out.
That's still quite a bit, though.
So right now, yeah, we could stagger schedules if we need to and get 2 done a day.
Awesome. Pretty cool,
There's a
the
bunch of
technology they have in these things nowadays.
There's a bunch of roughed out gears for the new Gen 2 all-wheel drive transmission. They're getting ready to go off to heat treat.
Awesome.
Spools for rear gears. We have another basic Haas lathe with live tooling. We're making gear blanks on there.
Okay.
This machine will actually get replaced with a new Eurotech twin spindle automated lathe, where we're hoping to be able to use that robotic arm.
Yep, in the corner over
and
there.
the twin spindle and live tooling to be able to do roughed gear, blank, and teeth cutting all in one op and overnight. The machine will grab the blank, stick it in the one spindle, it'll turn that side of the blank. It'll then grab it with the other spindle, turn the other side of the blank, then rough in the gear teeth with the live tool milling. Then the robot arm will grab that piece, stick it back out on the holder there, and grab the next piece and go on. So we're trying to get it to where that we can run that more, where you spend, the 7-8 hours setting it up, improving it, and then let it run the next 18 overnight.
Wow, yeah. So really doing a lot of automation nowadays as much as you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it saves space to be able to run more. So
Yep.
it simplifies things. Then the last machine is the wire EDM. We use this machine to cut really intricate inner bores. We like to use it to do splining in our spools and different parts after heat treat. If you broach a spline, you can't really do it in the hard condition. So you do it when the material's soft. And then when you heat treat it, things shrink or expand or slightly distort. And so it's always a little bit of a compromise. With the wire EDM, we can cut all of our splines after it's hardened and hold a really, really tight tolerance. And so it takes a little bit longer, but it's a more consistent and more true process in the end.
Awesome. So better result.
Yep.
Well, that's one of the things you guys have always, it doesn't matter if it takes a little longer, you want to do it the right way.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look at this guy.
Hello, everybody. We come over this way. Speaking of that guy.
Yeah. This is his
So
department?
he has his office, but this is Mike's real office.
That was Baja Mike, if you guys didn't know. We walked by him.
This is where we keep all the parts of one that we make, even things that we don't. So like along this shelf, we got lots of gears for our 10.5 inch third member. Rear diff housings, 4-wheel drive front transfer case housings, front diff cases. These are assembled portals for new truck builds that we'll see here in a little bit.
Yep.
Front diff for new truck builds we'll see here in a little bit. So trying to get ahead of things where we have the fabricators always have the parts on the shelf waiting for them, and they're not waiting on parts to finish the trucks.
Well, parts is always a huge thing, just parts availability, yes. Right?
And it becomes a really huge thing when somebody else doesn't keep them on the shelf, because we have to get the raw material, make the part, get it on the shelf. So that's been over the last 3 or 4 years as we've grown, that's been a big learning curve.
Yeah, if you could have everything ready to go for every truck, you could build it so much quicker just by having the parts in stock, basically, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
These are all new portal uprights.
Awesome.
Yeah, lots and lots and lots of stuff. So then that's a lot of the machine parts and different things. And then also we store all the parts for the new truck builds in this room before they're installed on the truck.
Yeah, the stuff you don't make also.
So for instance, this is the new 4-wheel drive that we're building for Bo Robinson over in Australia.
Yep.
Bo won Fink last year in his 2-wheel drive truck that we built. And then Travis, his brother, won it this year in his new 4-wheel drive truck. So that means Bo now needs a 4-wheel drive truck.
Of course. Yeah.
So yeah, we got everything, brake rotors, portal uprights, all the different little pieces that are collecting here for his truck to be assembled.
Yeah.
And then another one for Australia for Hayden Bentley.
Okay.
And so as you come through here, lots of parts, everything from carbon parts, machine parts, bearings, O-rings, Parker pumper hoses.
Yeah, all the little
arms,
stuff that
skid
people don't
plates.
even realize that you need for every truck to go together.
Pitman arms. Just, lots and lots and lots of parts. Trailing arms.
That's what they look like when they're out of the machine over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, tons and tons of misalignment spacers and top hats and crush sleeves and bushings.
It's definitely a huge advantage to be able to make most of this in-house too.
Yes. As long as you can get organized, it's painful getting it all started. Once
Yeah.
you have the process, it makes things easier. But the last couple years has been a lot of work.
Well, it's pretty set up now.
So if we come over here,
Oh, we have a golf cart.
yeah, that's my river cruiser.
Perfect. I was going to say this shop is so big now, you almost need a golf cart to get around, right?
So this is one of the newest things we started. We didn't start this until we actually got into this building.
Okay.
This is Mike Tucker. He heads up our composite shop. So
Awesome.
we're now doing in-house composite components. We're starting with doing all of the pre-preg components for the new Gen 2 all-wheel drive.
Yep.
So Mike, what he's doing right now is he's actually taking the aluminum panels that we've fabricated and made, and he's making molds off of them to then reproduce them in carbon. So
Awesome.
the molds are actually made out of carbon fiber, pre-preg also.
Yep.
They're then cooked in the oven, and then those molds can be used to make parts in the future.
Yeah, so you had to add all this. You guys didn't used to have this at the old
No.
shop. This is all new. Yeah.
Correct.
Awesome.
And those are some molds for the new fuel cell cans that go inside the Gen 2 truck.
Yep.
And then that's the oven that they cook everything in the vacuum bags in.
Right on. And
With,
you got is that the fridges for it? Or
Yeah, the freezers.
Yeah,
you
freezers.
keep the pre-preg in the freezer so that the resin doesn't start to cure.
Okay.
Everything's done with fire retardant epoxies, Kevlar, and things like fuel cell cans.
Yep.
And then we have a large container outside that we store all the molds and different pieces in. Otherwise, they just eat up tons and tons of valuable shop space.
Yeah, I'd say some of those things are pretty big. I mean, you can even see these panels here are getting a little large.
Yep. So if we come over here, so we don't prep. We do a lot of component prep. We don't do a lot of vehicle prep.
Yeah.
The one truck that we consistently prep is the Paul Wheel Toby Price PWR Australian race truck.
Okay. That's Andy's original truck, right?
Correct. That was Andy's original
Andy
truck.
McMillan's truck.
So we prep. Actually, that's the only all-wheel drive that's really been prepped here, because it was Andy's. It was prepped here for a while also,
Yeah.
and now it's come back.
It found its way home.
So yeah, we take care of that one here. And
Cool.
then we also occasionally have people bring trucks in that they want some repairs done or updates.
Yeah.
This is actually the first trophy truck, purpose-built trophy truck that we ever built.
Two-wheel drive.
Two-wheel drive. This one was sold to the Space Monkeys,
Yep.
and they still own it. It came in to get some much-needed love and a kind of a refurbish.
Little updates
So
here
yeah,
and
we'll
there.
get her all tuned up and ready to go.
Awesome.
Now, off to the part that everybody pictures when they think of Mason Motorsports.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see a vehicle and stuff over here. Well, this is all the stuff that it takes to even get to the point of being able to do anything with it, a
Correct.
vehicle over here.
So this is it. This is the Gen
There
2
it is.
all-wheel drive.
The Gen 2 all-wheel
We've
drive.
teamed up with Easy Go.
You guys are seeing a sneak peek right here. Oh, you didn't go club car, huh?
No.
Wow. Craig's gonna be pissed. Easy go. There it is. What kind of tires are those? Those things are very aggressive.
I don't even.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
So
It's a 4-seater too. You got
Yeah.
room for the extras.
so over here is the new car build side,
Oh,
the
yeah.
fabrication area.
You got a few cars over here.
So we can start down here. So this is our chassis fixture. All the tubes get polished where all the welds are, assembled, welded together in the fixtures.
Yep.
And then root weld the entire chassis in the fixture. Some of the covers in the fixture, cover welds in the fixture. And then when they come out, they'll go on a rotisserie, hand it off to the next guy who's going to flip this thing around and weld every bit of it, or
That makes
do
it
all
easy,
the
right?
covers.
You can put
Yeah.
it at any angle you want at any time.
So before it comes off of there, everything will be welded once, the
Okay.
root weld. Then when it comes off and it comes here, they start doing all the covers, which adds more material thickness and a bigger fillet to the corner. And they'll do this junction, and they'll roll it over and do that junction, and then do this junction, roll it over and do that junction. They kind of
Yeah.
have an artful way of balancing it out as they're welding it together.
Oh, that makes it easy.
Yeah. So let's see, do they have it pinned?
Easier.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can roll it around. We can knock all the plates off for them.
It's good that you know somebody here.
Yeah, we can knock all the plates off for them.
They're super
See if we can get them like super upset.
Well, we had to do a live demo, so we know it works.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Clean up aisle 3.
Where's Robert?
So then all the welders have their own stations, fabricators where they got their workbenches, which are also fixture tables for fixturing smaller components, etc. And then so this one is done being welded out, the chassis. So they're starting to do things like fit all the fuel cell cans, all the fuel cell mounts. It'll start getting tabbed out with engines, motor plates, and just kind of keep working its way on through the process.
Awesome. These are all all-wheel drives right now?
Yeah, so these first 3 here are all Gen 1 all-wheel drives.
Okay.
1 for the States and 2 for Australia.
Cool.
And we come over here. We'll skip these for a minute.
Yep, we'll come back.
So when we do most of the dirty fab work, cutting, grinding, laser cutting, we try and kind of keep separate from all the other stuff to kind of keep the dirtiness in one area. So back here's where they do most of their sanding, grinding, tube cutting, laser cutter for cutting out all the sheet metal work.
Yep. Awesome.
The press brake for bending and forming all the material. It helps in this shop with more room. We now have space to unload sheets of material with the forklift, drive them to this side, load them into their specific spots where then they can be unloaded onto the laser. And the other spot, everything was so tight that everything had to be carried everywhere by hand. And
yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Yes, it was a pain.
Makes it much easier. All right. Well, cool. I think, is that all of the, that cover kind of most of the shop?
Yep.
All right. Well, I think what we're going to do, we're going to get an in-depth look at this thing because I know everybody wants to see this thing. So give us 1 second and we'll be right back with an in-depth look at the Gen 2, huh?
Perfect. Sounds
all right.
good.